Love is a challenging journey, but how can we build a lasting and quality relationship in today's ever-changing world? The answer may lie in an ancient yet powerful philosophy, Stoic thinking. It is not about sacrifice or silence in the face of adversity, but how we face and overcome challenges in love with patience, self-control, and deep respect. If you want your love to not only survive but thrive, let's explore how to apply Stoic thinking to your relationship. Hello everyone, welcome to the Stoic Love Wisdom channel, a space where the ancient philosophy of Stoicism enlightens our path to love and personal growth. If you're seeking ways to maintain emotional balance, overcome relationship challenges, and find peace amidst the modern world's turmoil, this video is for you. In this video, we will dive into how to create a quality and sustainable relationship. Let's explore the secrets and strategies from Stoic philosophy to build a strong and lasting love while gaining deeper understanding of ourselves. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest insights. Now, let's get started. Love has always been one of the areas where people invest the most effort and energy. It can bring immense happiness, but it can also become a source of pain and disappointment. This is especially true in the modern world, where relationships often face rapid change and external challenges. However, if we approach love from a different perspective, a Stoic mindset, relationships can not only be sustainable but also significantly more meaningful. Stoicism, an ancient Greek school of philosophy, teaches that we can only control ourselves and cannot change or control things outside of our reach. In love, Stoic thinking helps us build relationships based not only on fleeting emotions but on the foundation of self-control, mutual respect, and a profound understanding of both ourselves and our partners. Below is a detailed guide on how to use Stoic thinking to create a quality and lasting relationship. Understanding the nature of love is not something easily controlled, but when we understand its nature, we will know how to keep our relationship within our control. Stoic thinking teaches that we cannot control what happens outside of ourselves, but we can decide how to react to it. This is especially important in love because a relationship is not just about communication or feelings but also about how we respond to changes and challenges. From the Stoic perspective, love should be built on an understanding of its nature. Love is a choice and an ongoing process, not a fleeting emotion or a perfect illusion. Realizing that love can have its ups and downs will help us not feel disappointed when facing difficulties. Maintaining self-control. Stoic philosophy asserts that self-control is one of the most important factors for maintaining happiness. In love, self-control does not mean suppressing emotions or shutting down feelings of affection, but rather knowing how to master oneself in every situation. This includes controlling negative emotions such as anger, jealousy, and disappointment. When we feel sad or angry in a relationship, instead of reacting immediately with blame or accusations, Stoic thinking encourages us to pause, reflect, and act calmly. Learning self-control in a relationship not only helps us avoid unnecessary arguments but also enables us to address issues more wisely and fairly. Mutual respect. True love is not just about personal feelings but also about showing respect for the other person. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living by ethics and principles, and this is essential in love. Respect is not merely agreeing with every decision of the other person but understanding and accepting their weaknesses and flaws. When we respect our partner, we not only make them feel safe and loved but also foster growth in the relationship. Respect in love does not mean agreeing with everything, but it means knowing how to discuss and resolve differences peacefully and constructively. Accepting what cannot be controlled. Stoicism teaches us that there are things we cannot change or control, and love relationships are no exception. Sometimes, we cannot control the actions, thoughts, or feelings of our partner. Instead of trying to change them or force them to meet our expectations, Stoic thinking encourages us to learn how to accept and love them as they are. Accepting what cannot be controlled helps us maintain a peaceful mindset and minimize negative emotions in the relationship. This does not mean we should accept bad actions or wrongdoings in a relationship, but rather, we should approach difficulties and challenges with acceptance, and find ways to resolve them effectively. Focusing on ourselves. Stoic thinking not only teaches us how to love others but also how to love ourselves. A quality relationship can only grow when both partners know how to take care of and improve themselves. When each person in a relationship can maintain self-control, independence, and personal happiness, the relationship becomes stronger and more lasting. Stoic philosophy encourages each individual in the relationship to work on improving themselves, developing their skills, intellect, and emotions. When you can bring stability and happiness to yourself, you will be able to share those positive aspects with your partner, making the relationship more meaningful and enduring. Mastering negative emotions. Stoicism urges us to always master our emotions and not let negative feelings dictate our actions. In love, emotions like jealousy, anxiety, or disappointment are inevitable, but what matters is how we manage these emotions intelligently. Rather than reacting impulsively when feeling dissatisfied, we should use reason to think about the root cause of those emotions. If negative feelings stem from unrealistic expectations or misunderstandings, we need to adjust ourselves and approach the issue calmly and objectively. Patience and waiting for the sweet fruit. Stoicism also teaches that all good things take time. Similarly, love needs time to develop and mature. A relationship cannot be perfect immediately, it requires time to learn, change, and adapt. Patience in love is not just about waiting for the right moment to solve problems but also about being patient with ourselves and our partners. Every relationship has its ups and downs, and only with patience can a relationship overcome all challenges and develop sustainably. Flexibility and willingness to change. Love is not a static state but a continuous process of change. Stoicism teaches us that change is inevitable, and sometimes we need to accept change in order to progress. In a relationship, we must be ready to change, adjust ourselves, and modify actions and thoughts that are no longer suitable. This flexibility will help the relationship maintain freshness and excitement. Sometimes, small changes in behavior or ways of expressing affection can make a big difference in strengthening and maintaining the relationship. Exploring and accepting differences in every relationship. Differences always exist, from thinking and perspectives on life to how each person handles emotions. One of the key principles in Stoic thinking is learning to view and accept these differences calmly and rationally, rather than letting them become the source of conflict or disagreement. Accepting differences does not mean giving up on ourselves or agreeing with every view of the other, but it is the understanding that everyone has unique experiences, values, and needs. We cannot change others, and we should not try. Instead, when facing differences in a relationship, we should place ourselves in the other person's shoes and consider the issue from their point of view. This not only enhances understanding but also creates a respectful and equal environment where both people feel loved and appreciated. Another principle in Stoicism is not allowing these differences to make us feel disappointed or hurt. We cannot change everything in life, but we can change how we react to things beyond our control. When both partners understand that differences are a natural part of each individual, the relationship becomes lighter and less stressful. Honesty and transparency. One of the core values of Stoicism is honesty with oneself and others. In love, honesty is not only about not hiding important things but also about expressing one's feelings, desires, and concerns clearly and transparently. This creates a trusting environment where neither party fears judgment or hurt when expressing their true thoughts. However, honesty doesn't mean saying everything without thinking. Stoic thinking encourages us to reflect before expressing emotions, so that our words are not only accurate but also constructive and supportive of the relationship. Honesty also includes admitting our own mistakes and being willing to change if necessary, rather than protecting our ego or personal reasons. Honesty and transparency in love help minimize misunderstandings and unnecessary negative emotions. When both parties are committed to being honest and clear in all communications, the relationship becomes stronger and is more likely to overcome challenges. Focusing on the present. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living fully in the present. In love, this means avoiding letting worries about the future or painful memories from the past affect how we treat our partner in the present. Relationships are always changing and evolving, and if we don't focus on the present moment, it's easy for anxiety and insecurity to cloud the beautiful and precious moments we could share together. When we live in the present, we can enjoy every moment with our loved one without worrying about things beyond our control. This not only helps create a harmonious environment but also strengthens trust and affection between the two people. When you know how to appreciate each moment together, the relationship naturally becomes deeper and more enduring. accepting that every relationship requires time and effort. Stoicism teaches that every success requires effort and persistence. Similarly, love is not an immediate result but an ongoing process that demands investment and care. A lasting relationship cannot be built on superficiality or lack of commitment. Instead, it requires an investment of time, emotions, and energy from both sides. This means that sometimes you will have to sacrifice your own personal time, prioritize your partner's needs, and work to maintain the relationship. Stoic thinking helps us recognize that nothing comes for free in life, and neither does love. If we want to build a high-quality, lasting relationship, we must be willing to sacrifice small things and invest in our emotions. It's important not to expect everything to be perfect right away. Relationships need time to develop, and sometimes there will be difficulties and challenges. However, with a mindset of persistence and acceptance of change, we can overcome those obstacles and build a strong relationship. Freedom in love. One of the important aspects of love is not taking away each other's freedom. Stoicism teaches that a person must be free to grow and become the best version of themselves. This also applies in relationships. Each person has their own goals, interests, and passions, and a sustainable relationship is one where both people can grow and pursue their individual passions without feeling controlled or restrained. Freedom in love doesn't mean lack of responsibility or commitment, but allowing each other to live their lives in the way they want, while still maintaining a strong connection and affection. This helps the relationship develop naturally and avoids creating feelings of restriction or lack of freedom. Learning to forgive and let go of the past. One of the core principles of Stoic thinking is learning to let go of the past, especially the things that cause us pain or harm. In love, every relationship has difficult moments, and misunderstandings or disappointments are inevitable. However, carrying the wounds of the past will only burden the relationship and prevent it from developing naturally. Stoicism encourages us to learn to forgive, not because the other person deserves forgiveness, but because we deserve to be freed from negative emotions. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or overlooking mistakes, but accepting that what happened cannot be changed and learning to live with it without letting it control the present. When we forgive others, we are also freeing ourselves from the burden of resentment and blame. Forgiveness in love is a difficult but necessary process to move forward. It helps us build a lighter, freer relationship where both people can face difficulties without feeling bound by the past. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control everything, we can control how we react to what has happened, and forgiveness is one of the most effective ways to keep the relationship fresh. Self-care and personal development. Stoic thinking encourages us to focus on personal development so we can bring positivity and value to the relationship. To create a lasting relationship, each person must take care of and develop themselves. When we love and value ourselves, we can naturally bring love and care to others. Stoicism teaches that personal growth is an ongoing task, and every day is an opportunity to learn, improve, and refine oneself. This applies not only in romantic relationships but also in all areas of life. A person with a Stoic mindset will not only be a good partner but also someone who takes responsibility for themselves and constantly strives to grow. When both people in a relationship focus on self-care and personal development, the relationship becomes stronger. No one can bring happiness to someone else if they don't know how to bring happiness to themselves. When each person is the best version of themselves, the relationship naturally flourishes. Respect and giving space to each other. An important principle of Stoic thinking is respecting the independence and freedom of others. In love, giving each other space is very important. Everyone has personal needs and separate dreams they need to pursue. Love is not about possession, but about respect and mutual support in pursuing personal goals. Stoicism teaches that respect is not only about treating others courteously and kindly, but also about understanding that each individual has their own separate life, with personal space that needs to be respected. When you allow your partner to have their own space to grow, they will feel loved and respected, and the relationship becomes more sustainable. This space can be moments of solitude, personal interests, or simply moments not needing to be shared. Stoic thinking helps us understand that true love is when both can exist independently while still feeling connected and loved. Building a relationship on the foundation of empathy. One of the important factors in building a sustainable relationship is empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share another person's feelings, to deeply understand their emotions and needs. In love, empathy helps us communicate easily and resolve problems without causing conflict. Stoicism teaches that in order to build empathy, we must listen actively and without judgment. Listening is not only about hearing what others say, but also about sensing what they do not say, understanding the feelings hidden deep inside. Empathy creates a deep connection, making both people feel appreciated and understood. When there is empathy, the relationship will not only be sustainable but also flourish. Both people in the relationship will feel shared and supported, helping them overcome challenges without feeling alone or abandoned. Empathy is also the key to preventing love from becoming dull or monotonous, keeping it full of richness and emotion. The ability to accept reality and the spirit of embracing change. One of the key factors in maintaining a lasting relationship is the ability to accept and face the inevitable changes in life. Every person changes over time, and relationships are no exception to the challenges and fluctuations that come with it. Stoicism encourages us to learn how to accept things as they are, including changes in ourselves and our partners. Stoicism teaches that life is an ongoing process of change, and resisting these changes only leads to suffering and stress. Instead of feeling anxious or disappointed when faced with change in love, we should view it as a natural part of life, an opportunity to learn and grow. Accepting change in a relationship could involve adapting to shifts in preferences, needs, or even emotions. The important thing is not to try to change the other person to fit our ideals but to learn to adapt and find new ways to maintain connection and love in the relationship. Being flexible and open to change also helps the relationship remain strong in the face of difficulties. A relationship grows stronger when both partners are willing to change and face new challenges without fear or anxiety. Resolving conflicts calmly and rationally. Conflict is unavoidable in any relationship, but how we handle it will determine the relationship's longevity. Stoicism teaches that in moments of conflict, instead of letting emotions dictate our actions, we should remain calm and rational. When we find ourselves in an argument, we may feel offended or hurt, but reacting emotionally only escalates the situation and makes it harder to resolve. One key lesson from Stoicism is self-control. Rather than reacting immediately when hurt, take a moment to think through the situation before acting. Try to understand the other person's perspective and view the issue from different angles. This not only helps us make wiser decisions but also demonstrates respect for our partner. Another Stoic principle is avoiding judgment. Everyone has their own way of perceiving and reacting to situations. Instead of condemning, we should strive to understand and support one another. This helps resolve conflicts reasonably and fosters connection rather than damaging the relationship. Resolving conflicts by staying calm, listening, and understanding helps relationships develop stronger. We learn to face challenges without letting them affect our feelings or long-term bond. Creating a safe space and supporting each other. An essential aspect of building a quality and lasting relationship is creating a safe space where both parties feel comfortable and accepted for who they are. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that emotional and mental safety is a fundamental element in making a relationship strong. A safe relationship is one where both people can share their thoughts, feelings, and dreams without fear of criticism or judgment. When each person feels respected and accepted, they can open up more, fostering a deeper connection. Stoicism teaches that acceptance doesn't mean agreeing with everything but understanding and respecting each other's views and needs. In a relationship, supporting one another during difficult times is crucial. When a partner faces struggles or failure, rather than criticizing or offering excessive advice, we should show empathy and be ready to help. This support not only helps resolve the issue but also builds a strong bond, making the relationship more resilient. A safe space in love is an environment where both partners feel free to be themselves without having to hide or pretend. When both individuals feel loved and accepted, love will grow naturally and deeply. Enjoying the moments of peace and harmony. Stoicism teaches that we should not constantly chase after endless desires but instead learn to enjoy moments of peace and harmony in life. In love, this means cherishing and enjoying every moment together, even the simple and mundane ones. A lasting relationship does not always have to be filled with intense emotions or grand gestures. Sometimes, the calmness, understanding, and warm moments are all a relationship needs to thrive. Don't just live for the future and forget to appreciate the love that is unfolding in the present moment. By living fully and appreciating the simple moments in love, we not only enrich the relationship but also allow it to grow naturally and last longer. The feeling of sufficiency even in challenges. One of the most important qualities that Stoic philosophy brings to relationships is the ability to feel enough, even during challenges. In a relationship, when both partners go through difficulties, pressures, or disagreements, feelings of inadequacy, disappointment, or the need for something more to make the relationship perfect can easily arise. However, Stoicism teaches us that contentment and happiness do not come from seeking external perfection, but from accepting and appreciating what we have in the present. When you feel enough, you will not seek perfection from your partner or relationship. Instead, you will value what you already have. This helps prevent the relationship from feeling forced to change in order to meet unrealistic expectations. When both partners feel content with each other and what the relationship provides, love becomes more stable and enduring, no longer influenced by external factors. Stoicism also teaches that, in difficult times, rather than feeling deprived or seeking more support from our partner, we should learn to find inner peace. When you feel enough, you won't need to change the other person to feel happy. Inner peace will be the foundation of a happy and lasting relationship. Exploring and respecting each other's individual interests. A relationship cannot grow if both people focus solely on each other and disregard their own space and interests. Stoicism encourages independence in relationships, and respecting each other's individual interests is key to maintaining personal freedom while still building a strong bond. Allowing each person space to cultivate their interests, passions, and personal goals helps the relationship avoid feeling restrictive or imposed upon. It also fosters respect and understanding between partners, as they realize that each person has their own values and dreams that they need to pursue and develop. Stoicism advocates for maintaining an objective view of the relationship and not expecting it to fulfill every personal desire or yearning. Each individual has the right to seek personal development and happiness from their own interests and passions without feeling pressure or compromising excessively. Patience and self-control in love. Love is not always about romantic moments or intense emotions. In reality, love is a long journey that requires patience and self-control. Stoicism advises us that in a relationship, things don't always go as planned, and there will be challenging times when we must remain calm and patient. Patience means not rushing to blame each other when problems arise, but instead allowing time to find solutions and understand each other more deeply. Patience also means not forcing the other person to change quickly to meet our expectations. Instead, we should accept that change is a process and takes time. Self-control in love is about managing our emotions in difficult situations. Sometimes, we may feel hurt, angry, or disappointed, but self-control helps us avoid letting these negative emotions damage the relationship. When we control our emotions, we can act more rationally and wisely, allowing love to endure. Creating genuine understanding. A lasting relationship cannot exist without genuine understanding. Stoicism teaches that one of the important principles of life is to understand and respect what we cannot change. In love, this means we need to understand our partner with all their strengths, weaknesses, and unique traits. This understanding requires us to be willing to listen, not just to hear the words, but to feel what is left unsaid. When you understand your partner, you will know how to meet their needs without asking for too much. This helps minimize conflicts and strengthens the bond between the two of you. A relationship built on understanding is one where both parties can express their thoughts and emotions sincerely, without fear of judgment or rejection. Understanding not only creates a strong relationship but is also a crucial factor in the long-term growth of the relationship. Accepting and facing pain and loss. In love, it is inevitable that we will face pain and loss. It could be betrayal, temporary distance, or even the end of a relationship. Stoicism teaches that instead of avoiding or denying the pain, we should learn to accept and face it. Accepting pain does not mean we should ignore negative emotions, but rather learn to confront them calmly and rationally. When we are not afraid of pain, we will find ways to overcome it and continue living stronger. Facing loss in love is part of growth and maturity. Every failure or sorrow teaches us a valuable lesson, helping us become stronger and appreciate what we have. By learning how to accept pain, we can rebuild relationships with greater empathy and deeper understanding. Conclusion. Creating a lasting relationship is not an easy task, but by applying Stoic thinking, we can build a solid foundation for love. Stoic thinking not only helps us control our emotions but also teaches us how to love sincerely, with respect and understanding. To build a quality and lasting relationship, we need to apply the principles of Stoicism in all our actions and thoughts. Stoicism not only teaches us how to face challenges but also helps us create a solid foundation for love, based on respect, self-control, patience, and personal growth. When both partners know how to accept and love each other in a Stoic way, the relationship will not only survive challenges but will also grow stronger. Lasting love is not a coincidence, it is the result of continuous effort, self-discipline, and commitment to each other. Apply these principles to not only build a lasting relationship but also to develop a mature and deep love, wishing you continued success and happiness on your journey.